Backbending postures are very stimulating, not only because they help in maintaining your health of your spine, but also because they favor the expansion of your rib cage and also inhalation. A very common misinterpretation of the sensation that is felt during the practice of backbending posture is that the stretch is felt in the back, but actually what is happening is there is a stretch that is felt in the abdominal muscles, whereas in the back muscles what you will feel is a toning sensation, that is your muscles are contracting. So what it is doing is it is stretching your abdominal muscles and toning up your back muscles. The spinal column is a stacked pile of vertebrae one over the other, and its alignment is very much dependent on the surrounding structures or the health of the surrounding structures, and therefore it is very important to have a very good coordination between the muscle groups that are involved in posture. Today's posture is Bhujangasana, or also known as the Cobra pose, but it is more famously known as McKenzie, or a part of McKenzie's protocol, which is commonly used by us physios in the treatment of patients with sciatica or back pain, or most commonly IVDP. So to understand why this is helpful for the back, we should understand what IVDP is, or what is happening inside the spine. So here's what happens during IVDP. Two consecutive vertebrae have a disc between them, which is made up of a central nucleus pulposus and a peripheral annulus fibrosus. Imagine it to be a donut filled with jelly. So if you press the donut on one side, what would happen is the jelly would flow out from the other side. When this happens in the disc, it causes compression of nearby structures or nerves and leads to excruciating pain. In posterior disc protrusion, it is often recommended to perform this posture as it reverses the effects in its own mechanisms. The practice of this posture is fairly simple. First, one has to lie face down, place the palms of the hand flat on the floor just below the shoulders. Position the arms such that the elbows point backwards and is close to the body. Now slowly raise your body, tilting backwards. This posture can be performed in 3 levels of difficulty depending on how much extension is performed. Once you reach your peak, tilt your head slightly backwards so that the chin is pointed upwards. In the final posture, the pubic bone remains in contact with the floor and the navel is raised to a maximum of 3 centimeters. If the navel is raised too high, the knees tend to bend. The arms may or may not be straight depending on how much extension is performed. The breathing pattern here is inhalation while raising the torso, breathe normally in the final posture, and exhale while lowering the torso. For spiritual awareness, one can focus on the Swadhisthana chakra. People who have excessive lower back curve, that is lumbar lordosis, should preferably not practice this asana unless with a practitioner. People suffering from peptic ulcers, hernias, should definitely not practice this asana without the guidance. Thank you for watching today's video. I hope you liked it, and if you do, leave a comment and like, share and subscribe. And don't forget to press the bell icon because that gives you an immediate notification whenever I post a new video. And also there is a part 2 to this video which deals with the biomechanical aspect of this asana. I would recommend you to watch that, and if you do like that too, please like, share and subscribe. Thank you for watching.